Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. So if you're here from the short, you already have a backstory. If not, our word was invitation. And the way that this was coming through is options, opportunities that we always don't see because it doesn't always look the way we think it should. Our supporting angel number card, shown the way. The angels are guarding you. Spiritual influence, assistance is here. Take the high road. Let's say we have a goal, a dream, or a manifestation and we're working towards it. We're trying to, bring it into our reality. And obviously we have a view of it. And options are popping up, but they're not the way that we see it, or that we think it, or the way that it looks in our mind, or the way that we wanted it. So the invitation could be way over here. And it may even look backwards. And in the short, what came through was the idea of, uh, let's say we're seeking stability. And to get there, we go, or the only option is further into an uncomfortable space of not being stable. And through that, we could say, why? Why would that be the path? Why would I experience the polar opposite and go through that? Well, we have to look at wounds, traumas, complexes that we may have. And how can we heal that? If we didn't heal that, we would not, we're not only a vibrational match for stability or a good partnership, uh, confidence issues, whatever we have a wound on. Obviously, the thing we want the most, we don't have because it's the farthest away because we can't meet that match. And when these opportunities present themselves, these invitations, it may seem like we're going backwards. We're going the wrong way. But during that process, we have to heal that wound. And this invitation sometimes takes us into those positions that are the polar opposite. And it really makes it worse. So instead, we might retreat and stay in our safe space to medicate that trauma or that wound, or we won't try anything and we'll just get by and struggle throughout life. So when we see that, it's not like that red carpet. It's not rolled out in front of us, this great offer, this check in the mail. Sometimes, sure. But when it's rolled out in front of us, we are bypassing the wound. We are skipping that aspect of healing that. So we constantly are wanting and yearning for this, and it's further and further away, and we end up staying in a place like that often. And to get there, that invitation isn't the way that we often see it. It is further into that abyss, that hole that we wouldn't want to go in, the thing we want to be the farthest away from. Again, relationships, we would keep running into toxic relationships or the same kind of pattern happening. Stability, same thing. Housing, money, just feeling safe in that space, we would go further away from that. Confidence issues, self-esteem, self-image. Again, we would go further into that to heal it. Why? Well, it has to be seen. It has to be, everything has to be stripped to see it. We could look at stability in general and losing things or that being shooken so much. What do we have then if we didn't have anything? Material-wise, we would only have ourselves. And in that period, we would build that foundation in ourselves that we are stable anywhere. Same thing with love. We have to learn to love ourselves, maybe build boundaries and self-respect for ourselves to open that door to introduce that actual thing that we desire. To be an energetic match for it, we would have to become it. We would have to identify with it. We would have to believe that I am stable, that I am pure in love versus transactional. And during that period, it's not going to be an easy ride. If we're in it right now, it's probably not. And like I said, we seem like we're going further backwards than forwards during processes like that. But how do we heal it? How do we see that duality? How do we create it? I always often say, well, what we believe we identify with. If we are in fear or lack, we will continuously see that. And that's our vibration. So that's the match. That's the mirror. All that takes place. Uh, the invitation isn't always that red carpet rolled out in front of us. It is a different pattern. We have the sun reversed. Self-doubt. Obviously, uh, anything and everything starts in here and here. Which one's in control? You know, we, again, it really depends on what we're struggling with or desiring. But I'm undeserving. I can't get this. I fail all the time. I'm not good enough. It's me. And at a time, we would have to take accountability that, hey, I have a wound in here, or a worry, or a complex, or a fear, or whatever. And through that, I am creating my reality. So, again, I said in the beginning, probably the thing that we want the most, that's the hardest to get to, is what that wound or that trauma is surrounded by. And every invitation or opportunity presses up against it because it's the opposite way. I would have to face that. I would have to go through the thing that I keep trying to medicate or pacify from making me want to rip my skin off inside. Going that direction sounds crazy, but it is the way. What other way would there be? We would skip it. We wouldn't heal it. We would bypass it. It would be too easy, sadly. So here we got the star reverse, lack of faith. We have self-doubt and lack of faith. Just those two statements are not very optimistic, whether through self, through God, source, angels, divine, universe, whoever you're subscribed to actually be there. That fear is real. I'm not saying that it's that easy to just turn it off. But when it's surrounded by something that we are so feared for, and we continuously baby it, prop it up, medicate it, however, pacify it, we do stay stagnant. We stay stuck in that space because we believe it's true. We believe it's in charge. We believe it's stronger than us. We don't have faith that we're going to be taken care of, and we don't have faith in ourselves either, that we can get through it without whatever it is out there to comfort us, to pacify us, to get us through. We have to build this inside. And why would we build it inside if we had whatever it is that we desire that would bring that feeling, stability or love or comfort from another? Why would we try? We wouldn't have to, because it would just be there. How can we cultivate that inside? Well, when we're stuck with no options, nothing we can grab out there can feed it. We only have ourselves. And through that process, we do create it because it's the end of the road. I'm not saying that this is drastic or trying to scare anyone, but if you think about it, we constantly are grabbing things to make us feel comfortable or safe or fulfilled. And when they're not there, we're in fear, we're in lack because it's not there. Well, because it's not really in here either. That was the facade, that was the safety net, that was the pacification. Until we build that, it's not there, it's not healed. We got the Two of Cups, came out sideways. Harmonious union and misalignment. This is going right into the invitation looking like the wrong road, the wrong way, going into that, and all the hardship to come through it. I want to cry. It is felt strongly as misalignment. It is, I did something wrong. This isn't right. I need to fix it. I made a mistake. But the sad part is the harmonious union is this healing aspect. It is so true and pure of what comes out of it, and it feels like the polar opposite. It is such a beautiful experience to be liberated or free from whatever this is that we've been carrying, whether ancestrally or through this lifetime. And I'm hearing now about, more or less on the ancestral line, the others that couldn't let go of it or heal it, and the ripple effect that it takes, the strength. It is very daunting and scary, but when we view it in a different way and we connect those dots of why. The King of Pentacles, reliability, is going on, showing up for ourselves, the strength to get through those times. And going back to that idea that, hey, if there's nothing out there that can do it, and I don't have that anymore to support myself, to hold myself up, to make myself feel safe, I have me. And carrying ourselves through that experience, let alone, of course, God, source, divine, universe are always there, but sometimes when it gets so hard, we feel like nothing's there, because the pain is real, the suffering is real. Six of Cups reversed, release. Immediately I heard control. It is very natural. We are here to survive. And how can we just let go? Especially when whatever we're after is going further away, and grabbing a hold of that for control to try to feel safe. And that fear is real that we have. That wound, that trauma is the realest thing we probably fear or feel and fear. But we grab a hold of those things to protect it so much, to try to pacify it. And how could we ever just let go of it? There's just true surrender in that aspect, while we feel like we're in misalignment purely and indirectly. It is a beautiful, harmonious experience of healing and releasing this burden. Got the Hermit, introspection. It was out sideways, so also isolation. Through this period, we see what we had to see for it to be unearthed. If we're distracted, say it had something to do with, well, it doesn't matter, relationships or stability. Through that, we're going through the motions. We're going to work every day to make that money to be stable. And we're not seeing that aspect because we're just so consumed with the mundane. Same thing with the relationship. We're going through the motions. Maybe we go to work and then we have the evening together and we wake up and we just keep repeat. We're in a place of comfort, if we will, even though it could be toxic. But it's this pattern that we have learned to feel comfort in. When those things are ripped from us or removed, we can think alone then, to actually put these puzzle pieces together and make sense of it, which actually would bring faith back or understanding in this process that we think is wrong or punishing. Five of Cups, disappointment. Will often feel being pulled right into like the idea of, we hang on to our dreams or hopes or whatever we felt stable with or relationship wise, and losing that, or it being redirected, or we feel like it's out of reach, can really be a gut punch. We really wanted it. It brought something to us, so we thought. But what if what it brought to us was actually just that pacification for the wound, for the trauma, and our leading force of that I want this is for that reason. But I didn't know that. I didn't know that I wanted that, or I felt like I needed it, because it was for that wound or that trauma. And then it went into this transition of, through this space, I start to see that, wow, I really didn't want that, or I didn't want it to look that way that it was, because it was for that wound. It wasn't for what I really want, because what I really wanted, I was too afraid of. I was too afraid to experience that. I didn't have the confidence or the self-esteem to experience that. I could never have been that free before because of this wound. Through this, we see a lot. Got the Three of Pentacles, came out sideways. Ineffective team and collaboration. Um, being sideways is this lack of faith, pleading for help, asking for uh, relief, to be saved in a way during this hardship, this experience, and feeling like breadcrumbed, just like this. Hey, we're here, and all you want is help me. That is quite a painful experience to go through. But when we're in it, we never feel like we're going to get out of it. But when we're actually out of it and we have the ability to look back, it all makes sense, and it was never as bad as it was. Now that's not fair to say when we're going through it. Not taking that away. Easier said than done. But it's through you. We are here to, I should say, they are here to guide and support, not necessarily live our life, because what experience would that be? I'm not saying that's fair, or whatever we're going through is fair. Got two cards. Four of Swords reversed, restlessness, and the Ten of Cups reversed. Neglected bonds. This is feeling like everything that we felt was true is being removed, and this holding on to. We're fighting for it. We're fighting for our life to keep that life alive, that wound fed, that experience calmed down. Granted, it's all we ever knew. It's what we would have lived in, we would have been raised through, or brought in from other lives, and then still raised through. It is our experience, and it's very real to us. And when we fight for it so much, and it's supposed to not be there anymore, or we're missing the idea that I'm supposed to heal this, that resistance is so strong, because we're trying to fight for the wound. We're fighting for the wound and not the true self, the freedom that is the invitation to release this, to be free of it, to finally walk into freedom. Hang in there. I wish you the best, and hopefully you can put the puzzle pieces together to see where it lies. I'm going to leave this here. If this resonates, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later.